Salve a tutti, sono Almarok e benvenuti in un nuovo video. Oggi siamo qui per fare un'intervista ad Archaon, il chitarrista dei 1349, una band che non ha assolutamente bisogno di presentazioni, dal momento che sono una delle band più conosciute nel panorama black metal attualmente. Io lo ringrazio per aver accettato di venirsi a fare 4 chiacchiere con noi e vi lascio l'intervista. Buona visione.
Thank you for coming, for accepting this. I'm here with Archaon, the guitar player of 3049, one of the most famous black metal band nowadays. Nice to meet you, and thank you.
Likewise.
Why you started to the music and the start of your career?
Well, suppose I would count it from around when you're 14, 15, because I started a little bit earlier, but like the first proper band when we started making our first song, etc. around that time, and joined 39 not long after they started. Raven and the Sideman. Well, it was Raven and Charlie, the guitarist at the time. It started and with Sideman, and then I came in a year later, and then Frost came in half a year or a year later after that again. So, and pretty much that's the main band, as you know. So yeah, we've been active for 22, 23 years now. Together in that at least was in the constellation apart from one change. And we released seven albums, done tours in Europe, States, Australia, New Zealand, Japan, pretty much all festivals. So it's been active 20 plus years.
3049 was considered one of the most important black metal men nowadays. He had proposed again the old school black metal sounds with a personal style. Now, my question is why you're starting to do black metal, and who is black metal for 3049? Your concept of black metal.
First and foremost, why I started was because I have passion for music in general, and at some point it just got louder and more intense, and I mean I was into all kinds of dark music, like doom metal and death metal, and eventually black metal even, which I didn't capture before quite a while afterwards. But and the whole band has been around the scenes, even though we're like late 90s band. It was, I'd say, everybody was active in the scenes. We knew each other before we a little bit before we at least me and the bassist, and we've gone to the same. I think we've all gone to the same places, hang out in the same scenes. At that time, it was with Elm Street and all the today older black metal scene. Now, why I started out, or we started out. The music is because Raven had an idea of he wanted to start another band after following the band that he had played with another member in, and he wanted it to be much more without the female vocals and synths, etc., and more like a Dark Throne-ish approach, if you will. Now I liked that a lot as well, so when I joined I just wanted it to be a bit more exciting in terms of production and technicality and intensity. So I mean it kind of got it merged very well, and that captured the interest of Frost later. We used to share a rehearsal space. Pardon me, the cat. She's horny, and we shared a rehearsal space. And one afternoon, Frost said he just wanted to sit and watch and listen to our sets, and he enjoyed it a lot. What he heard, so he joined, and we started playing together, and we kind of kept to that formula because we all believe in that. That is something that is ours, and we don't want to change that. I mean, so many wide spectrum that black metal has gone through, like the later years. It's been everything from progress and avant-garde and who knows what. It's all these styles that are out now, subgenres of black metal. I mean, I'm not too good at following the scene, to be honest, but I get drops every now and then from friends that are into it. Like, I heard about this depressive suicide black metal, what do you call it, or all this. Yeah. And some of it captures my ear quite good, but there's way too many to follow now out there. But the good thing is, I like to focus on the constructive. And there's a lot of doing their own identity things on both sides of the spectrum, and that is a good thing. I mean, there's still things to like and to be intrigued by, like some bands that are really done cool, interesting stuff. Older band with DHD and all the bands got. I mean, I really like the way they panned out, and even a bit earlier Arcturus, but like not very typical black metal, but had that origin and turned a bit astray from that, but still made it in an exciting way. And then you have tons of those who did not, but that's another side.
When you started from nowadays in 2022, what things are changing in the black metal scene, in your opinion, and how has influenced your career personally?
I think a lot has changed in terms of the outside of the factors outside, but the core remains very much the same for in terms of our motive for making music is exactly the same. Pretty much. I mean, of course, you got practical things that kind of frames shows what regards live and etc. You have possibilities to do a better studio recording, etc. But I'd say apart from that, it's pretty much the same. As I mentioned earlier, it's just spun out to many different directions, and metal has become much bigger, so it's getting more attention in many ways. It's bigger festivals, which also gives us more arenas to play, which is a good thing as far as I can see. So yeah, I think it's a good evolution of the genre as such.
Good project of 3049.
But now actually we have just released some beers, because we are also really into that kind of thing and passionate about it as well, the music. So we like to. I mean, we were the first ones in that extreme metal or to black metal, especially to do this back in the day. We did the first collabs in 2014 and 15 with another Norwegian brewery, but now we are with the Håndbryggeriet, which is from our local town, and they're really interesting brewery, which has got a lot of good quality, special good beers, which has proved to be to our liking a lot. And now we've just done the first one. We're about to go in and do the second one, and obviously, in addition to that, we are now in the process of starting to rehearse some new stuff, so that we are aiming at getting into the studio sometime next year to record a new album, because that will be keeping lit, and raised, and which is something we need. Do you want to still want to do? I mean, this band has got a lot to show for still. So we'll be back when we will play a lot of cool shows. Hopefully, we are working on a tour and we are working on some summer festivals. So hopefully, it's going to be a lot of the things that fell through during the pandemic. We'll be able to recoup some of that and do something. Hopefully, I mean, looking at the world today, we all know it's not the easiest times, but hopefully we will have the ability to get out there and add some nice black culture to every day.
I have my band, and I want to ask you an advice for people like me who can start to do music nowadays.
The first thing would absolutely be to find your niches and your identity that you like, that you identify with, and to swear to that and follow that path, and just believe in that more than anything else that might come in your way, because there's full of obstacles along the way, but there's also full of opportunities which which is the exciting part of doing such a life-changing event as if you really put your mind and heart to it and an established band. And so I wish you the best of luck and hope to see you live out there.
Okay, it is all. Thank you for your time.
Pleasure, my pleasure. Hopefully speak to you again.
Heil 3049, and thank you.